Isn't it crazy they let anyone have a podcast these days?
I know YouTube comments are the best.
No.
They let anyone have equipment. Yeah, you can go to the store. You should do it.
Go to the store and buy microphones. What do you think people want in order to like test into having a podcast?
I think they want you to have like a citizenship exam or like
Well, that's
like
xenophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nosy Meerkats.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's the point.
Okay, in order to have a podcast, you have to be a U.S. citizen.
You have to be a U.S. citizen.
Over 18.
Yes. It is the one bit now because like birthright citizenship is ending. So it is, you do have to be a natural born U.S. citizen.
Okay,
in order to get podcast equipment. Yeah.
Can you be Israeli?
It's encouraged but not required.
Okay, it's a bonus.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
It's like when you apply to a
they'll
job.
throw in a pop filter.
I see.
Yeah.
So they're like, that's nice to have.
Which is what I call. No, I'm not finishing that.
Pop filter, which is what you call.
I don't know, the Iron Dome. Fuck.
You know, Lucas, sometimes I can't keep up with all your references, all of your, you know, gobbledygook.
You know I'm over here, right?
I'm looking in the camera.
Oh, you like what you seeing?
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
My shirt is looking so millennial core.
I was gonna say you look very 90s right now. Jeans, a sort of like a loose button up. This is a very 90s look.
You know where I got this shirt? The Burlington Coat Factory.
Wow.
They have a lot.
They didn't have coats that day?
I had to settle for a shirt.
Yeah.
I went in for a coat and they were like, do you want so much less fabric than that?
A shirt is a coat that said, no, not today.
A scrub is a guy who thinks she's fly and also known as a buster.
Yeah.
Is that, what are the lyrics?
I don't know. I don't listen to lyrics. You know this about me.
Oh, yeah, wait. I'm going to look it up. A scrub.
Can I tell you what I think you actually do look like? Martha Stewart, whose documentary I watched last night.
Oh, my God. It's so good.
It's really good, but okay, what was your take from it? Because I want to know.
She's like, I like that the documentary did not necessarily like lionize her or make her seem perfect, but it also wasn't a teardown. I thought it was really nuanced. I thought basically the documentary is she's like an ice cold genius.
Yes.
She's this super genius who can
super
be kind
skilled
of mean.
businesswoman, just incredibly and like, but so hypocritical when it comes to fidelity.
Yeah, I mean, I do think Martha Stewart from that documentary is my type. So I watched it with Liz, my girlfriend, and I kept feeling really overwhelmed by how in love with Martha Stewart I was falling, because she kept saying things like about how perfect the garden had to be, or about how like kind of savvy and type A she was, and I just kept being like, this is so amazing. And at one point Liz was like, can we turn this off? I'm getting jealous of Martha Stewart.
Wow. Yeah, no, I was watching that and I was like, I don't know if we would get along.
Yeah.
I don't know if she and I would get along. I think that if I was somehow working for her or with her, I could match her level of just like, you know, just like that kind of like, just get the thing done, and like being like really direct and determined. I can match her determination, but I don't think I wouldn't be fully me.
I would eat out of a bowl if she asked.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And with a spoon. Amazing kink. Just eat out of a bowl like normally.
Your kink is using silverware.
That's correct.
Well.
I love using silverware. Yeah.
No, but then I started thinking, like, I have idolized men who I know have cheated in the past. People like, you know, like Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Or like just tons of people throughout history.
You idolized him for the cheating. I know this is true about you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I don't like women.
Yeah, and you don't even really care about his comedy per se. It's more about like his off the field actions. If you will.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the freebasing. I love it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of how I feel about what's his name? P. Diddy. Really don't care for the music.
but love the parties.
love the freak off. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about how I genuinely think a huge reason Nepo babies make it further in Hollywood is because their parents like warned them about P. Diddy.
Yes.
Like genuinely, I think that probably a huge reason like Justin Bieber went completely off the rails is because right before he was about to hang out with P. Diddy, he probably asked his mom, "Hey mom, who's P. Diddy?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, that guy's from music." And nothing else bad.
Yeah, just like, oh, I remember nice things.
You should definitely hang out with that guy. It would do great things for your career.
No, you're absolutely right. If you're a Nepo baby, you have like, you have connections, but you also have information about what to avoid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you're a Nepo baby, you go up to your dad and you're like, "Who's P. Diddy?" And your dad's like, "Oh yeah, P. Diddy from my weekends." Yeah. Do not ever hang out with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's and if you do, bring your own baby oil.
Which I know you have.
Which I've supplied you with.
Yeah. But don't worry, but he always has extra.
You know how I feel about Nepo babies, that I think they're not bad.
Yeah, no, there are some that are nice. There are good ones.
Well, as
Chet Hanks, I think is wonderful. He's
best Nepo baby.
Best Nepo baby in the world.
Wait, best Nepo babies go, and I'm not talking about the usual best people say like Eliza Minnelli. Like obviously she's.
You got to say something about Chet Hanks is that he really has built his career. I really believe he has.
What has he done besides be that guy?
No, but do you realize how much effort went into being that guy? He has to do a Jamaican accent all the time.
He's asking Tom Hanks for advice. He's like, "Dad,
that's like
I want to be the black accent guy. Can you
that's
help?"
like Daniel Day-Lewis doing Lincoln. He lived as Chet Hanks lives as Chet Hanks.
Well, you know what's crazy is Daniel Day-Lewis also has a son who was into black accents who just didn't get famous.
Is this for real or?
Yes, no, I'm not kidding. I know about this because I used to hook up with someone who went to Sarah Lawrence College, which is where Gabe, Daniel Day-Lewis's son, went. And she told me, she was like, he created a rap video on the campus and like shot it and put it up because he wanted to like be a rapper. And one of the lyrics was, "Call me Gabe Day, don't call me Gabe Day Lewis, because if you call me that, I'm about to Gabe Day lose it." She showed me the video. I've looked for it since. It's gone. Gone from the internet.
Oh, no.
He probably is now living a nice white life.
Nice white life.
With no blacks.
Oh my god! Wait, hold on. I'm gonna just adjust this so it's not.
Oh, you would.
So that it can be a little more open.
Hi.
Hello.
Lucas.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that is so interesting. I like. How far a departure in your career do you have to make where you're no longer a Nepo baby? Or really?
Well, I think you're
always going to be a Nepo baby, but like, it's the point where you can actually be proud of yourself.
Ooh, I mean, I think most of the Nepo babies I am proud of.
Okay.
And the ones who I'm not proud of for their work, I'm proud of for openly doing that. I'm proud of them for being Nepo babies. Because we all want to be so woke and be like, Nepo babies shouldn't exist. But what everyone's saying when they hate Nepo babies is, Nepo babies shouldn't get opportunities. You know who should get opportunities? Me. That's what people are saying when they hate on Nepo babies. They're like, I should be allowed to make music, not Gracie Abrams.
Yeah. Wait, who's Gracie Abrams?
Gracie Abrams is this musician who is J.J. Abrams' daughter. And when she was asked about the Nepo baby thing, she was like, "Oh, no. I'm not a Nepo baby because I make music and my dad makes movies." Which, to give her credit,
But they all live in the same city. L.A., I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. And also, that guy is so famous that...
he could meet a record producer to help her out.
Yeah, and I think that is what happened, right? But, like, I think people want Nepo babies to, like, admit they're Nepo babies, but then I actually think people want more out of them in a way that's gross. Like, people... In the way that we chew up and spit out celebrities, people want Nepo babies to like lick the floor and prostrate themselves so that like everyone else can feel better about them being a celebrity, because that's what we do with celebrities, right? We like pick them up, and then when they do something we consider wrong, we like spit them out so that we can have the next big thing.
Yeah. What is the next big thing? What's next?
The
Gabby?
next big thing. What do you think is the next big thing, Lucas?
I asked you first. No, I think the next big thing, potato chips, but for people.
People chips,
No. Ones that people can eat.
as opposed to
You're not allowed
potatoes.
to eat. You're not allowed to eat potato chips.
tell that to my metabolism. Tell that to my metabolism.
I'm really struggling. No, yeah, I've never heard of Gracie Abrams though. I've never heard her music. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
her
don't
music is very like loud. You
Oh my
know?
god, we need to get you in front of a producer right now.
Oh my god. Wait, please sign me. I have so much talent.
Yeah.
And I'll admit I'm a Nepo baby. My dad is Bill from Software. So I'm kind of a software Nepo baby, but I'm hoping it translates over to music. That's the other thing. Nepo babies can't go in with like absolutely no talent.
Yeah.
How do you think Daniel Day-Lewis's son feels about the fact that he didn't make it as a rapper? Like, that's really sad.
That sucks.
Could you imagine
That really sucks.
Imagine the conversation Daniel Day-Lewis goes up to like Jay-Z. Is like, hey,
Yeah.
that's how he sounds.
Yeah, that's it.
My
Yeah.
son wants to be a rapper. Can you just let him think he's a little bit black for a little bit?
Yeah.
And Jay-Z's like, Hova.
He's not a Pokemon. He doesn't just go hova, 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 hova.
He's like Timmy in South Park. Timmy! Hova! Hova!
Oh god.
Me starting to watch South Park is like the worst thing that's ever happened.
I can't believe you haven't. This is insane to me.
I know.
Wait, did you start from like season 1? Wait, where
No,
are
I've been
you?
skipping around, but I kind
Okay.
of want to watch sequentially. I want to start from season 1.
No, you can jump around
Yeah.
with South Park. That's an easy one to, yeah.
I just watched the episode where Cartman like kills somebody's parents.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you haven't gotten to the twist episode yet about his secret connection to them.
No.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay, yeah. Don't spoil it. Lucas, speaking of nothing, we were talking about new segments for this pod. So we're calling this segment Alt-Right Transformation. Lucas, who is the celebrity that you can think of that you would like to see? Not like to see, but it would be funny to see them go on a full alt-right pivot.
Zooey Deschanel.
Say why.
I think she should brand this as like the next step of quirk. This is the next level of quirky girl. Oh my god, I'm so quirky. I hate trans people.
DEI. When did I got rid of DEI?
Yeah, that's a really good one. You should play right wing Zooey Deschanel.
Hey girl, what is a woman?
No, yeah, I think that she's white. Great start.
Great start.
If
yeah.
you want to be right wing.
Okay.
She's rich. That's very good. And
Married to a property brother.
married to a property brother. Do you know which?
I don't know who's who. I don't know either of their names.
Do you know what's even worse? There's a third.
I couldn't possibly tell
Not
you.
identical to them, but like they have another brother.
Oh, they are twins, right?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Imagine if you had 3 identical triplets, but only 2 went on to like brand themselves.
Yeah. But also, I have a question about adult twins.
Mm-hmm.
When you're dating one, like, don't you kind of think the other one's hot?
I think I probably would acknowledge that they look equal, probably like similarly beautiful.
You would acknowledge that. How would you go about acknowledging that?
I would say to them, hey, before we have dinner, I just want you to know, I do recognize you are thick. I hope you know that I know that. just before we eat. I thought that would brighten your day.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Yeah. No, but do you know what I think you would do? Is I think you would then be hyper aware of all the minute differences that there are. Like
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
I went to college with a girl called Claire, and she was very beautiful, and she had an identical twin sister who, like, yes, also, but like, I noticed all of the differences.
I see. Yeah.
Like just like the way they hold their face, just a little sort of like versus you know, just like they're little things, energy differences.
It sounds like they're both Muppets from what you're describing.
That's the lens through which I see the world.
I so see that for you.
I really do I actually started, so every now and again I get high and I think that I'm like a philosopher, as I'm sure anyone does. And I make notes. I don't like post it online, but I keep note of it.
You're a modern day philosopher.
I'm a modern day philosopher. Whitney Cummings, hit me up.
I forgot she's the one who coined that.
Yeah, exactly.
Whitney Cummings, come on the pod.
Come on the pod. No, but I think that the act of comedy is pointing out the ways in which the universe already behaves like a cartoon.
Ooh, I like that.
I think that the point of comedy is that you see you're showing the way in which your world clashes with the world, and the way your world, or the way the world is already is cartoonish, and you're just pointing out those moments.
I think that's a very neurodivergent perspective also, which I think is why a lot of comics are kind of neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's being like, the world doesn't behave the way I behave, and
Yes.
why is that? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that I was like really smart when I wrote that down, and I was like, I'm gonna be so rich.
And you've now patented the idea.
I have, yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good high thought I had recently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember when I did mushrooms, I thought to myself, I don't need cigarettes. I just need to be outside.
That's good.
Which-
No, that is good, because like that's a reason why cigarettes are so hard to quit, because it's so many other healthy habits rolled into the behavior. One, you're taking a moment for yourself.
Right.
You're breathing intentionally. You're taking deep breaths intentionally.
Well, now you're making it sound good.
Yeah. Then you
Cigarettes
also
are meditation.
They are. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And then you can either be on your own, or you could be having an exclusive circle with other smokers. You know,
Yeah.
it's a ritual thing. It's a
a
way
lot
to
of smokers say they meet people in going outside with them.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's and like there's tons of other, and so that's the reason why it's so hard to quit, is because you're not just kicking one habit, you're kicking like 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's like, to me, what high thoughts are is just these kind of like incredibly simplified concepts that you come to in a really emotional way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just open to experiencing them in a way that you would totally laugh off if you were sober.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them so much.
And I love them for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
I'm trying to think of a celebrity who I think it'd be funny if they went all right. I had one, but I don't think it's correct.
Why?
Because this person is British, and that doesn't make sense.
Oh no, there are a lot of right-wing British people.
No, there are a lot of right-wing British people, but the kind of British she is, I'm thinking of Cynthia Erivo.
Oh yeah, no, she can't go alt-right.
It's the wrong kind
I
of
could
British.
see her going like anti-vax. I could see her doing that.
How do you think I grew these nails? No vaccine. Vaccines cut off your nails.
Yeah, I think that she would. I think that she would probably spread a lot. I could see her spreading medical disinformation. I don't see her going truly alt-right.
Yeah. Oh, the chicken shop lady.
Oh, I
know.
like her.
I like her a lot. That'd be a sad one.
That would be really sad.
But then what if? Okay, I can see the arc here. It's she's like, I'm a woman of the people.
Yeah, the thing is, I think she's too sarcastic, and I think that
I think
if you're
you're right.
right wing, you're not going to be good at being, because like
You could be like the Ben Shapiro sarcastic, where he's like, yeah, and the liberals always say that we can't do anything, but we can.
Yeah. There's one moment where Ben Shapiro made me laugh, where I was like, God damn it, that was funny.
Was it when he analyzed Wicked? Because that was actually awesome.
That was awesome. That was good. No, but there was also a moment where he's in some sort of like panel discussion, and there's a trans woman who's like sitting next to him, and like he's being disparaging, of course he is, and then she says, if you keep talking like that, you're gonna go home in an ambulance. And then he was like on a different show, and he was like, I didn't say this in the moment, but like ambulances take you to the hospital, they don't take you home. And I was like wait, that is hilarious.
Fuck. I hate that. That's good.
Right? That is. I was like, yeah, you cooked. You absolutely did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's annoying. Yeah, it's like, it's rare when you see someone actually pull off like something that is 100% true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just am thinking now, like, which celebrities would actually have anything to get? Because I do think the thing with alt-right people is, like, a lot of the time, like, sometimes they believe it, but a lot of the time they are grifting. It's like...
Will Smith.
Yes. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Like, the kind of, like, woo-woo, like, thing to him, that would be perfect with, like, Horseshoe Theory.
Yes.
Where he becomes alt-right.
Absolutely. He's also... I mean, he's also a little unpredictable. Don't ask why I say that.
What if I slapped you? Remember the slap?
I remember it so well.
That's
I
how
remember I came home.
You came?
I came
Right
once.
as the slap was happening.
Yeah, I need it. No, but I came home from like somewhere, and then I like turned on the TV, and that was the first thing that happened. I was like,
That's
and then
such
like,
good
and then
luck.
it like immediately walked off. So like, I've never had less context with something.
You didn't see like any of the follow up. You just saw that it.
I just saw a slap and then walk off. I was like, this is an interesting ceremony. I was like,
Well, that's like I've told you about how I came across the Capitol riots.
oh.
Okay, I wasn't there.
Okay.
I wasn't there, but
Which is what someone there would say.
which is so what someone there would say. Do you think any of those people who stormed the Capitol were alt-right? But
No.
I was applying to grad
No, keep going.
I was applying to grad school, and I sent in my application on January 6, 2021. And then I hit submit, and I was living with my then girlfriend, Sylvia, at the time, and she just said to me, congrats on your application, but just so you know, there's people in the Capitol. Which was a really funny way to phrase it.
That's a really soft way of saying they're trying to kill Pelosi.
Well, what I responded was, on a tour? Because there was
In a way, yeah.
there was no context, and then we just sat there and like watched people storm the Capitol.
Yeah.
Well, in person. But I also remember, okay, the big thing about the Capitol riots was when AOC was like stuck in someone's office. She like hid out. My friend Billy, who I've spoken about on the pod, texted me like, "Where's her Telfar bag?" Do you know what a Telfar bag is? It's just like an incredibly expensive luxury bag.
Oh, okay.
And AOC famously has one.
Okay.
So after the riots, Billy created a Twitter account called AOC's Telfar bag. And then
You have really funny friends.
AOC
You really
wrote,
do.
"I'm okay," and then Billy quote tweeted it as AOC's Telfar bag and wrote, "I'm okay too." And I don't think that account ever tweeted anything else, obviously.
I wish it's a great one to keep up. That's really good.
Great.
That's great.
Oh,
my
wait,
God.
I have an alt-right idea.
Oh, yes. Okay.
We've spoken about him before. Ethan Slater. Think about it.
I don't see it. I think that he'd be too scared to go alt right. I don't see it.
He's really into fitness.
Okay.
So he could be like kind of on that anti-vax train.
Okay.
And he's reached an entirely new fan base with his new relationship with Ariana.
Oh, what's the fan base? The new women?
People.
Oh.
No shade, but so they could be the model for like, you know how those girls with like alt-right boyfriends will be like, okay, but he and I don't agree, but we still love each other.
Yeah.
Like they could be the couple that's doing that.
Oh, I could see that. I could
Right?
see that. Like a mixed a political couple, a mixed politics couple.
Yeah, because those girls, they'll always post Instagram photos.
Interwing.
That's so beautiful. They'll always post photos with their boyfriends, and it's like a photo where he looks like incredibly disinterested and half dead, and it's like 2 years with this goober. I could see her putting up like a really hideous photo of him and being like, this is my shining, like my bright shining star. And he's like wearing jorts and barbecuing near
Aw.
politically contentious flag.
Okay. Wait, what's the politically contentious flag?
Don't tread on me.
Oh, yeah.
Which I used to think was pronounced treed on me. And it should be.
I still remember when you thought it was Beethoven.
Oh. Yeah.
And you thought you knew Beethoven. And you were like, no, but that's the dog.
But the dog is Beethoven. Obviously. If you were in my mind, you'd understand.
Why would they have a separate pronunciation for the dog?
Because the dog is not a person, you pervert.
No, but has that ever happened? Where they name a dog a human or just another thing, but they create a pronunciation just for the dog?
You're being a little anti-innovation right now. How are we going to get anything done in this country if this is the attitude?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So I understand a little bit of like the structure of like how you could be wrong. I just don't know what would put you over the edge into that headspace. What pushes you into that headspace thinking they have a separate pronunciation for the dog?
You assume I was pushed here. Honey, I was born here.
God damn.
I was born this way.
I really want to learn and you're really not allowing me to.
I can't let you in. It's too intimate. It's too vulnerable because I don't know the answer myself.
Oh.
Now, Lucas, here's a
Yes.
question for you.
Okay, here's an answer.
What was your RFK worm theory?
Oh, yeah. Do you think that Cheryl Hines, his now ex-wife, ever was like, hey, would you love me if I was a worm? And he was like, that's a sensitive issue. This is a layered dialogue.
So she did divorce him?
They're at least separated. I know that.
I'm not caught up on this. Cheryl Hines is going to date Pete Davidson. It's totally gonna, it's inevitable. It's totally gonna happen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 Oh my God.
Her, Martha Stewart, same time. Yeah.
This country is, things are bad. I'll say it.
Yeah, we're overcooked.
I'll be the first to admit it.
You wouldn't be the first.
No, I'm the first.
I don't think
one.
you're the first person to admit that
Beethoven, we're cooked. I'm the
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
I'm the only one saying it like that.
No, yeah, wait. So like, okay, so he had the worm in there, right? So like, is he like a girlfriend's dreamboat? He knows what it's like to be a worm, because his brain is partially worm now.
Oh my God, yeah. So it's like, would you love me if I was a worm?
She has worm on the brain. He has worm on the brain.
Worm has. Do you think a worm is ever like, would you still love me if I was RFK Jr.?
That's good. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right, Lucas.
Yes.
We asked this to our guests, but let me
Yes.
ask you: what's the horniest thing you've ever done?
The horniest thing I've ever done. I should have thought about this more ahead of time.
Yeah,
But
me too.
Yeah. God damn. Oh God, this is really tough.
Do you ever
have
write
any-
a song for anyone?
No, I've never written a song for
Oh,
anyone.
you've missed out. I wrote a song for my 8th grade boy crush.
Do you know what I did once? I once like suggested song lyrics to the Naked Brothers band when I was a child, which was not horny, but was me just trying to be creative.
Okay, let's unpack that. When you saw them in person, or did you like?
They had like a submission link on Nickelodeon.com.
Do you remember what you submitted?
Not a clue.
Was it good?
No.
I don't believe you. I bet it was fire.
No.
All of those kids lived in New York. I feel like we all. Knew
I ran
people who
into
knew
the
people.
younger. I ran into.
Alex?
I ran into Kasim, the guitarist.
Oh yeah, he went to LaGuardia.
Yeah. I went
Yeah,
to.
he
I
was
was
cool.
at. Yeah. I did a. I auditioned for PPAS same day as him.
Stop. Wait, I also auditioned for PPS. I have
my
a funny
God.
story about. I remember during my PPS audition, there was a kid sitting next to me, and I think he was like sitting on the floor, and his shoe made a noise that sounded like a really loud fart, and I looked over at him, and in a way that was kind of like so full of rage, he goes, "That was my shoe," in a way that made me think it was totally a fart.
Oh.
You know how they say whatever you did in 8th grade, no one will ever remember it again?
Yeah.
I remember everything.
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
everything anyone's ever did.
I also remember everything everyone has ever done at that point in life. I remember so.
What's something
vividly.
really embarrassing someone did when you were in 8th grade?
Oh, I will say. I'll tell you this. I once. Oh, so it was like after there was like a bit of rain. There were like trees, like kind of short trees, like in front of my middle school, and I asked this girl if her name was Rowan. I was like, "Hey, can I ask you something?" And she was like, "Sure." And then I just walked her over to this tree, and then I shook it to like get all the water to like fall on.
What is wrong with you?
No, it was a bad prank. It wasn't funny or good
It
at all.
feels horny too.
Maybe in a weird way that I didn't even
Yeah.
that I still don't even think.
You gotta evaluate your own desires.
No, and she thought that I was asking her to like our end of middle school dance, and I was like, no,
Oh.
yeah, and I didn't, and then I was like, all right, bye.
Oh, you were one of those guys.
I
Oh
was
my
a bad
God.
kid, low key bad kid.
Oh, I got pranked by one of those kids in like 6th grade. Some guy like asked me out as a joke, and
Oh, but can I say I didn't think that was the vibe being conveyed at all.
okay,
I did not. That was not on my mind at all.
Okay, but you were a prankster. You were a trickster.
I was a prankster, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a prankster, but I never did a fake ask out.
Okay.
That never would have occurred to me.
I was
No,
a
no, no, no,
prankster,
no.
but like I was bad at. I would do pranks that were kind of like alarming.
Like, oh,
Like one time on April Fools, I called my mom and I was like, "Hi, the bus today took me to New Jersey, and I don't know how to get out."
I don't know how to get out of the state. It's so cold.
It's so cold here.
It's so cold.
like SpongeBob. Like
These
in
Italians
rock
are looking at
bottom.
me. Yeah.
Everyone's freaking me out. Yeah, and she was free. She bought it. She was like, she was kind of sighing, like Gabrielle's gotten herself
Oh,
into trouble
no.
again. She was like,
You got on the
Where-
Jersey bus?
"You're in New Jersey." She was just kind of mad.
That's.
I understand. I would.
So wait, your idea of a prank was just like, what was your intention? What did you want your mom to react with? What did you want a reaction?
I just wanted her to believe it. I thought a prank was just like when you kind of lie.
Yeah.
I didn't think a prank had to have like a funny. Turns out pranks are like actually really layered. Like there's a lot to pranks.
Yeah.
Think about like Jackass or
Yes.
Jackass is essentially like incredible sketch comedy. Like there's so much that goes into it.
So much creativity. I love and respect. I want them to make the movies forever.
Yeah.
And I never want to go near that movie set.
No, me neither.
I never want to go near it. But I love that they do it.
Did you see in the last one when Eric Andre was when he got pranked like at the actual like ice cream stand or whatever it was, or like it was
Yeah.
like a coffee truck?
Yeah.
That was incredible.
It must be such a stressful experience filming Jackass. It must be like you would not feel safe at any moment.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But that's what pranks are supposed to be. What I thought pranks were was you say something kind of untrue and someone believes you.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that I did do that as a kid as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't think of it as a prank. I was just like, this is an ability I have. I was a little psycho.
Well, as you guys saw, and we spoke about this yesterday, but I posted on my Instagram story asking people like who the pathological liar kids were in their high school.
Oh, yeah.
And there were like a couple of different responses, but the big ones were there were kids who faked things about like their upbringing, like fake accents were big.
Oh my God.
Did you do fake accents?
No, I didn't, but I was just told about like the ultimate pathological liar. It's someone that my girlfriend went to college with. I will not say her name, but this girl, like, she was always about to have brain surgery. But she was in the military in high school and like worked for the FBI. Like did everything, had everything happen to her, and and constantly changed it up. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, that's incredible. That was the other kind of pathological liar that came up a lot. People who were like, people who like horrible things constantly happen to because they were in heroic situations all the time.
Yeah.
There was someone who wrote in that
There's one about Jack Black. I'm gonna finish your thought.
Oh, something about
there's
Jack
a really
Black?
good. No, just finish.
well,
just
my
finish.
uncle used to lie about celebrities, actually.
Oh.
I had an uncle on my dad's side who would say things. He lived in LA, so he'd say things like, I saved Dr. Dre from like an altercation. And in exchange, he is now letting me stay at his guest house.
That's awesome.
And then my dad would be like, can you send me a photo of the guest house? And he would send photos of Google image searches of Dr. Dre's house.
It's good. No, but there's a really, it's kind of, I think this is adorable. But like when Jack Black was a kid, he wanted people around him to think that he was like a cyborg. And so he would like stuff his sleeves with wires and leave them slightly hanging out so that if anyone was like, what is that? He would be like, oh, it's nothing.
Oh, yeah. But that's such a kid thing to do.
Yeah. But I think that's adorable. I think that's so fun.
There was a kid in our middle school who used to wear 3 watches on one hand. And then he upped it to 6 watches one day.
Yeah.
And he never told anyone why he wore the watches. He was always very, like, mysterious about it. And he was kind of hot. So everyone, like, thought it was like some secretive thing about like he was obsessed with the passage of time or something. Later we all found out.
Were they all tuned to different time zones?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I speak this language. not a green flag.
You speak autistic, kid. I mean, yes. But this kid, it later was revealed that he wore the watches because he saw the Spy Kids movie when he was younger, where they wore all the watches, and he just never stopped doing it.
Oh.
Even in
no.
He was wearing them like, I went to high school with him too. He was wearing them like way into high school. Like he didn't stop with the watches.
Ooh, God.
But I think when you commit to a bit that hard, people like think it's part of your personality, so you have to keep going. You can't suddenly not be the watches kid anymore.
No. Do you think he still does that?
Definitely not. He's
Imagine being a Spy Kids adult.
You watch that movie, you start relating to the Antonio Banderas character. Wow. Fatherhood does seem hard.
Yeah, this movie was really layered. Yeah.
Especially when your kids are extraordinary.
Yeah. But by the way, I like when Spy Kids 3D came out, the third one, like I was obsessed with like that the bike scene where they're all on like these like digital bikes and like there's only one wheel but it's balanced somehow, and they're like I used to draw my own. I found that so thrilling, the idea of the design of all of that. I loved it so much.
Yeah, I really liked in the Spy Kids movies the 3D element of it, where like stuff would come at you in the
That was the
theater.
one movie that 3D was good for.
I agree, yeah, kind of.
I think it's because they really took advantage of it with the storytelling element.
Yeah.
I think they really employed it with like bringing you into the game world, and it was like they're like, "Oh, put on your glasses now," and it was like, it really was immersive in the best way possible you could do. But like with every other 3D movie, it's just something you do throughout the entire thing, and it's just kind of a lot.
Yeah, although I will say, hearing your analysis of this, you clearly never went to Hershey Park and
I
saw...
have been to Hershey Park.
Okay, well, did you ever see the Hershey Park 3D experiences?
I don't know if I remember that.
They were even better than Spy Kids. Hershey Kisses would go, oh, they're flying at me. I wish I could eat one. And then afterwards, you could go eat one. It was the best. I love youth.
It's such a low stakes issue. It's such a non-issue. Oh, I want one. Oh, yeah. In a minute, I'm going to get all the ones I need.
Didn't feel low stakes.
You're
the
literally
movie
going
didn't
to
make
the...
it feel low stakes.
Oh, my God. If only I could have a Hershey Kiss. I just wish I was in the factory for it right now.
I wish I was.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Only 90s kids understand.
Oh, my God. No, wait. I'm trying to think of, like, other, like, pathological trying to think if there was any. Oh, do you remember like those like fake cuts and scrapes that you could stick onto your skin?
No.
They were in like joke stores and stuff like that, where it was just like a patch of like fake skin with like a wound that was obviously fake.
Yeah.
You'd stick it to your skin and be like, yeah, I'm a rough and tumble guy. I got this at the skate park, you know? Yeah.
Did
lots
you
of those.
do that?
No, I never did that.
Okay.
Did you ever have a kid who like put on band-aids more than they ever needed to make it seem like they were like more rugged somehow?
No, I never had that kid, but there were kids who just put on Band-Aids because they liked Band-Aids, which that to me was really weird.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Childhood was amazing because you could just have quirks.
Yeah.
Now you just gotta, you can't have quirks anymore. You can't have a quirk without someone being like, yo, look at that. Without someone making an observation.
Those that did remind me, like my just like kids saying weird shit. Like my grandmother once told me, I think this is like a niece of hers, and like she was like breastfeeding one of her kids, and then this like niece came in and like asked her what she was doing, and then she explained it, and then this little girl just went, huh, what a good idea. And like my grandmother, like she loved that. She thought it was the funniest like response possible. I was like, that's cute.
That is cute.
Like what a good idea.
Yeah.
I love that kind of a response.
I love measured children.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also remember, so another common response was people being like, I was actually best friends with the pathological liar kid.
Oh.
Which I at first thought was soft. I was like, you pussies get it together. But then I remembered at summer camp, I was best friends with a pathological liar girl. And she would say things like she had a boyfriend who was shot. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's just like obviously it's so easy to Google. Like I knew the high school she went to and I knew his name that she told me. So I Googled his name and the high school shooting. Like obviously nothing. And then it was only...
Did you ever confront her?
No! It was only...
Wait, did she like after you found out he was fine, but did she then continue talking about it and you were like, yeah, that's
No,
tough.
she never brought him up again.
Okay.
And honestly, I only Googled it after camp.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, but during camp, I was like, this seems so hard for her. Like, I will never bring this up to her again.
Okay.
And then... But it was when I Googled it, I like thought about all the other things she told me. And basically it was the same experience where like she did everything and everything happened to her. And like,
yeah,
she had another story about how like she like saved a little girl in the park from being attacked by a man by telling the man, take me instead. Yeah. Oh. Which, I mean, like assaulters are like famously really reasonable and, do tradesies a lot, and like when I Googled that and nothing came up, I was like, oh, she was lying.
Yeah.
But then I remember she made friends with another girl who was a liar and got mad at the girl for lying. They had beef because they were both
Yeah.
It was like the final bosses of pathological lying.
Oh god.
And then there were other kids who would lie about nothing.
I remembered I remembered another thing that I lied about. I tried to convince people that I was psychic.
Okay, well, I am psychic, and it's not a lie. But
Really? I also tried to make I tried to convince people that I could teleport.
how?
Okay, this is what happened was like I was already just like a soft stepping walker.
Okay.
So I naturally just didn't make that much noise when I walked. And then like once or twice people were like, "Jesus, where'd you come from?" And at that point I wasn't trying to be sneaky, but then I was like, "I'll do this as a bit now."
Oh my god.
So I would just be like, "Oh yeah, no, I can teleport."
Where did the psychic thing come from?
I tried to bend spoons with my mind. And what happened was I just found flimsier spoons.
That's not psychic, that's telekinesis.
Yes, true.
Get it right.
Well, no, I think that it's like I think it's under the realm of psionic powers.
Oh. Yeah, you got the power of big words.
Thank you.
Psionic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I actually am psychic though.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
I can
How so?
I can predict when couples are gonna break up.
That's a great skill. Wait, how? I believe you. I believe you can be accurate about this. How accurate have you been?
Okay, I have two metrics I use.
Okay.
One, do I like the couple, yes or no?
Okay.
If the answer is no, they're gonna break up.
Mm-hmm. And if the answer is yes, they're going to be together forever.
They're gonna be together forever.
Oh.
And then the second question is,
Let's go through our friends.
We can do that off camera, actually. The second one is, has someone in the couple done anything to upset me personally?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, they're going to break up in like a way that destroys them forever. This all sounds sarcastic, but it has actually worked before. I have predicted a couple's demise. Someone was mean to me and I was like, her and her girlfriend aren't going to make it. And then as I was like gabbing to a bunch of friends about it, I was like, you know what, let's check her Instagram. And I looked and all the photos of them together were gone, which actually did kind of scare me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude. Wait, has anyone that I've dated previously, have you ever been like, "Oh yeah, no, they're not going to make it."
All of them.
No, I know that they didn't work out, but like did you predict it?
Yes, obviously.
Why didn't you tell me?
What am I supposed to say,
Yeah,
Lucas?
that's fair. That's a hard position to
What
be in.
am I supposed to say? Yeah, she's a bust. What am I supposed to say?
No booms. No booms on the boom meter.
No booms. Yeah.
5 big dooms.
Oh, the booms.
Yeah.
That video you sent me was really sad.
Yeah. Oh no, I found this video of like the Boom family, the Costco family, when like Big Justice, the kid, the boy, when he was like a toddler. And it's just like you realize that dad has been trying to make that family famous forever.
Yeah.
Which brings a tear to my eye. Imagine that's your dad.
Yeah.
Imagine that's your dad who's just like, "Hey guys, this is my family." Like, ooh.
That's pretty unimaginable to me. But then I think about
I'm
the
glad
fact
I
that
had an
was-
anti-vaxxer for a dad. I'm not even kidding. I'm glad that I had whatever crazy I was raised with.
Well, I was a
can
child
handle that.
actor.
Yeah.
But back in the day, child actor was like there was no influencer era. So it was like you just kind of like walked into a room and signed your name up and auditioned for whatever commercial.
Yeah.
And it wasn't super
I
exploitative.
feel like that was you pushing your parents to allow you to do that rather than your dad or
I think
did
it was
he?
more I expressed an interest in acting and theater, and my parents were like, yeah, let's put her in classes or whatever. And then when it did get to a point, it was before I went to LaGuardia, I met with the manager, and the manager was like, okay, let's talk about like homeschooling her. And my mom was like, no, I'm out.
Oh.
Because like, yeah, I should have gone to a normal school. Like that's the kind of stuff. I'm glad I got an education.
Also, just like a shout out to your mom. Great choice.
It was a great choice.
Great
yeah.
choice. You got to have a childhood.
Yeah.
That is so important.
My mom and I have had difficult like moments, but she's always like made incredible choices as a parent. Like
Yeah, she made great choices in broad strokes. The
Yes.
broad strokes have been A pluses.
big choice that she made that I really love is like chose to not have me on any like ADHD medication or anything as a kid. Like even if I had a diagnosis, which I didn't, she probably could have seen another person who would have maybe diagnosed me and been like, they should take these pills. I'm glad I didn't go on Vyvanse when I was 7. Because I heard stories of kids who did, or like people who did. Like like someone I knew was like, oh, I got diagnosed with something. They put me on Ritalin and like my tongue was numb at like 7. So
Really?
I'm glad I didn't have that at the time. Like care for ADHD kids was not comprehensive in the way it is now, where there are like non-medicine alternatives to helping people manage their ADHD.
What are the non-medicine alternatives to?
But you just hit them. I'm remembering now that is a South Park joke, actually. All the kids go on Ritalin, and then they're like, we're going to use some non-medicine alternatives. And they just start beating the shit out of the kids.
I love South Park so much.
It's so good.
Oh, you haven't, what, do you, oh my God. What's the name of the kid who's on crutches? Is it Jimmy?
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy, yeah. Have you gotten to the one where he has sex with a prostitute in order to get rid of his random erections?
No.
It's an amazing episode. She like jumps up in his arms and he carries her to the motel. It's so good.
I love that.
It's so good.
I just got to the one where he takes steroids at the Special Olympics. That one's awesome. Matt and Trey are so funny. Like they're
awesome.
They're incredible satire writers, but then they have opinions on stuff where it's like, damn, tell us how you really feel.
No, they're very smart. They're very smart people.
Yeah.
Also the videos of like I think Matt with his like daughter like recording lines for Ike.
Aww.
And it's just like, it's so cute the way he like gets her to say like all these swear words and all these lines.
Yeah.
And he's like, we'll do it on 3. He's like, he does it with her, and then like lets her do it.
That's so
It's
cute.
sort of like, it reminds me of how I was taught how to ride a bike, where like your parent is with you and then they're not with you before you even know it. It's like,
so she's just like cursing, saying slurs without him. She's
Yeah.
like, Daddy, you're not here.
but instead of bike, it's IMDb credits,
That's so beautiful,
isn't it?
I love IMDb.
I love that so much.
It's a beautiful.
Wait, I want to go back into our itinerary because there is a photo that I want to show the people that I'm gonna, let's say, all right, it is edited now. It is on screen. If you're listening, please go to YouTube at this exact timestamp and you will see the photo. So what this photo is of, it's so like I did like a theater tech class when I was in high school. And part of the class was there was like an artistic component and you had to do a scavenger hunt at I think it was at the Met Museum. And I found this painting. It was just a single canvas painted a single shade of blue, and I was furious. I was livid. I was legit fuming. And my mom was like, okay. She's like, whatever like your like a special interest is, like the exact opposite. This is my special hatred. You know? This was my
It was your Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yes. Yes. This painting was my that lady. Yeah.
Someone needs to put that bitch in a museum so that everyone can see how much I hate her.
That's a dark thing to say to someone. Someone needs to put her in a museum.
A museum to show off all her flaws of her personality.
No, but just like, because like my grandfather is a painter and he's a very good painter.
Yeah.
Like he's this thing right here. I think he's wonderful. And he puts so much detail into stuff. And I think this like, it really influenced what I thought was the bar for art in a museum. Like you have to have a visible amount of effort, detail that anyone could look at that and go, okay, someone did a lot of work here. And I thought that was the, like, if you go to like the Louvre, which
Yeah.
you do,
Which I do.
which you
always.
do, and you see
Every week I'm there.
and you see like the, you know, like Da Vinci and like Botticelli, all of these, that may have been a sculptor, I don't know, but like you see so many paintings and stuff that is so rich and detailed, like what's going on in the background, the foreground, everything. It's so rich and detailed, and the fact that someone had just a blue canvas up that they could have done with just a roller, I was like, you deserve death.
I also think that photo is such a time capsule because you're wearing like the 2008 Obama Hope and Change
It was a
t-shirt.
good time.
That was a good time. That was a good time,
Good time to be alive. Yeah.
But
that was like right after his first election.
wow.
Because I went to high school, it was like 2009.
Yeah.
So it was fresh. Just inaugurated. America felt new.
I was so happy that day when he got elected. I listened to How to Save a Life by The Fray, but in a positive way, not an angsty way. Because
I don't even know what that sounds like.
Where did I go wrong?
Oh, yeah.
But I wasn't doing it because of the lyrics. I was doing it because I loved the song.
Uh-huh.
And then I wrote in my journal, like, I love music. I love everything. I love that Obama was elected.
That's good.
I genuinely was so happy. Also, I think there was some significance, like the first black president. Like,
Yeah.
we had just come off.
So you understand how hopeful and happy I was going to the museum, and then how
and to
disappointed
have it
I was.
crushed.
I got mad that this guy got paid.
Well,
The fact that you can do something that simple and that like nothing and you got paid for it and it's in the museum and people like me can go see that, I was like, you deserve a gun.
not to be contrarian about this, but so much of art is context, and the current context of the art world is like what gets noticed in a museum or what we put in a museum, and like the act of people consuming the art and looking at the art.
So what you're saying is it was made for the algorithm of museum going.
Correct. Like genuinely correct. Like it's also kind of a commentary on like at a museum we'll look at fucking anything. So it's almost trying to, if the goal of art is to evoke emotion, it actually succeeded as an art piece by making you really mad.
Well, I don't think that. No, you are right. Well, have you seen like that? It's like it's a shark in a tank, in like a
Shark
block
Tank.
of resin. No, but in a block of resin, and you can just like get close to it and see it from all these angles. And it was this like postmodern artist, I forget his name, David something maybe, and that people are like, oh, that wasn't really art. But then like because like anyone could do that, but like no one did until he did.
Yeah.
And so like
no one painted a canvas blue and just put it up.
I hate it when you say that. I really hate it.
I kind of want to know who made it now and look into the history of that piece. I listen to an art history podcast sometimes called The Lonely Palette. Shout out to Mara Avishai. Great podcast. And she kind of breaks down things like modern art and whatever. And she just did one about Cy Twombly, who's that guy who like kind of scribbled everything.
I don't know who that is.
I'll look him up. Look. But a lot of people, the whole thing of him is like he sucks because this doesn't mean anything.
Oh.
But it's play, it's fun, it's like almost childlike.
I like this more
Yeah.
than the blue okay, wait.
It is funny to imagine tiny Lukas getting so mad over
Yeah.
canvas.
I was livid. Absolutely livid, and I still am. I still think that guy deserves prison.
Well, speaking of lividness, I want to try a new segment called Gabby reads Pop Crave tweets to Lukas.
Oh, good.
Pop Crave, for those who don't know, is an account run by, I assume, a gay guy.
I thought you were about to say run by ISIS.
It's an account run by ISIS.
Yeah.
And it covers all of pop culture today.
Okay.
Pop Crave says, 5 minutes ago, Claro stuns.
Who's Claro?
She's a singer. She stuns with new look. Do you think she stuns?
Yeah, I feel like I can't move.
You're stunned. Okay, Pop Crave, 36 minutes ago. Aurora, I actually don't know who that is, stuns with her plaque commemorating 1 billion Spotify streams of Runaway.
That's nice. Good for you. You deserve to celebrate yourself.
Okay.
I'm sure I believe that is a difficult achievement to unlock in the video game of life, and I will say congrats to you as well.
I'm glad you said that. Madonna reflects on the current...
Next. No, continue.
Current political climate in new post. I had no idea I would one day be living here in a time where fascism would become banal and the norm. That's kind of iconic.
Says a woman who was British for a moment.
Damn, got her ass.
Did you see that she tried to do stand-up and bombed?
Madonna?
Yeah. Amy Schumer like took her to a club, maybe the Cellar, I don't know, and then and people were like, "Oh yeah, this was really bad."
What?
Google it. Yeah, look it up later. Yeah, look it up later.
Madonna stand-up, I will. Wildflower Flower by Billie Eilish has reached 800 million streams on Spotify. It's her 17th song to achieve this.
Wow.
If that's okay with you.
No, I'll allow it.
J Balvin surprised his wife Valentina with a song dedicated to her titled Rio, which is named after their son.
I have no opinions about this. J Balvin, I couldn't pick you out of a lineup. Could you pick J Balvin out of a lineup?
No, but I could pick this next guy. Donald Trump, when asked by a reporter on how he can conclude diversity had a role in the DC crash with no evidence. Because I have common sense, and unfortunately a lot of people don't. Donald Trump blames Obama, Biden, Democrats, and DEI programs for the DC plane crash.
That's good.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
No, here's the thing. He also said, when he said Canada is going to be the 51st state, I was like, okay, you've hit your stride again.
Yeah, he's starting to cook again.
Yeah, I was like, that was good. That was a good one.
He's evil.
Gulf
but
of America, I don't like that. That's Mexico erasure. I'm not into that. But Canada, American state, fun.
Well, Gulf of America is just so... What does it matter what it's called?
No, yeah.
Who's been there? I guess some people have been there. Okay.
Make the Bermuda Triangle an equilateral.
That's a good math joke.
Thank you.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet by Sexy Red and Bruno Mars enters the top 40 on global Spotify.
Are you a fan of Sexy Red?
I don't know anything about her.
Oh, I like her. She's good.
Yeah, she seems sexy.
Yeah.
Not very red, though.
No, not that red. Not that red. She often wears non-red clothes.
Oh, Katy Perry stuns in a bathroom.
No, she doesn't.
Look at her. Do you think she doesn't stun here?
Did she shit a guitar?
Oh, I'm not a big Katy fan because of that first kiss thing she pulled.
What? Oh, yeah, on that contestant who didn't consent to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
That was great. Could you imagine you wait until you're like 31 to have your first kiss and then you kiss?
That dude was 31?
He was like really old.
I thought he was like 19.
No. He was like an older man who was like an older man. 31 is 31's the oldest age you can be. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
And he was like waiting for the right person to have his first kiss.
Oh.
And then Katy Perry like kissed him on the lips. But it doesn't matter because she still stuns. And speaking of stuns, we have some listeners who
Let's get into it.
absolutely stunned.
Wait, my phone is over there. Let me read off yours.
Okay, perfect.
When you pull one up.
Lukas Arnold. That's your name, right?
Yeah. Middle name Tiffany.
Oh, yeah.
Lukas Tiffany. What do you think the T in my Instagram handle is for?
Oh,
it's for Tiffany.
For Tiffany S. Trump.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, this is great. Well, this is a great question. What are some good opening lines for Tinder?
Hey, slut.
Yeah.
How are you? Don't go there. That's a great opening line for Tinder. Is just a negative. Don't go there, girl.
Yeah. What I would say is, hey, I have only two interests, chewing gum and having beautiful dates. And I'm all out of beautiful dates.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, because, great vibe check. If they can tell that, because I think I like a good little misdirect.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with opening lines on dating apps. I had so much fun.
Oh, we should reactivate my Hinge.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should. I need to send some messages.
I think you do.
I think I do.
I think you need to scare the lesbians for me.
Oh no, I'm gonna help you get more.
Okay, good opening lines.
A good opening line. I would send. Oh, there was actually one GIF that I would often send.
What is it?
It was a GIF of like the baby in the Teletubbies that was the sun.
Yes.
Okay, so it was like photoshopped, but of Nicolas Cage's face instead.
That's really solid.
As the sun, and the caption just said, "We need to steal the Declaration of Independence."
I would swipe right.
Yeah, and so I just sent that, nothing else. And I would just be like, "All right, let this do its magic."
That's really good. I like for opening lines. Hey girl, can I look you up in a national crime registry? Need to make sure you've done at least one bad thing.
One crime. Need to know you're cool. Yeah.
You could also just send a photo of yourself with your thumb up. If you're cool.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good. Oh, one of my favorite this isn't one, I think I maybe did this once or twice, but there was a dude I went to college with who told me that he would match with someone, then wait a week, and then say, classic us, always ignoring each other. And I was like, that's good.
I always like the ones where people haven't replied for like 3 weeks and someone replies, sorry, I was pooping.
Oh, can I tell you, one time I took over my friend Charlotte's Tinder account, now married, to a lovely guy.
So it must have worked. Your takeover.
I think it did eventually. No, this wasn't him, but like way back when I was on like an app of hers, and I found this match from over a year ago, and I sent the message, I'm pregnant.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's beautiful.
First message. And I was like, this is, and actually I actually don't think she allowed me to send that. I think she was like, no, that's too, I was like, I'm not going to do it without your consent, but I really want to send it. She was like, no. I was like, all right, fair enough. But I think you're making a mistake.
Oh, that's too good.
If you had a match a year in the backlog, and then that was the first thing you...
Well, see, I'm toxic. If they sent me, I'm pregnant, I would laugh and I would reply.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Isn't it great?
But
it's also, you're a woman. What's going on?
That's like whenever I get baby fever, I'll tell my girlfriend. She'll be like, all right, babe, I'll go off my birth control. I'm like, you bitch.
I think that's such a fun thing, a fun little bit of a gay relationship or same-sex relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. Oh, yeah.
I would never call you both gay. You are both nuanced flowers.
That's such a good part of a vaguely bisexual relationship. Ooh, another opening line you can say.
Yeah, another opening line, yeah.
Hey girl, what are you on the LGBT spectrum?
That's good.
It's really important, I know, right down to the percentage, so as not
Kinsey score. What's your Kinsey score? Yeah.
so as not to be surprised later in life.
Yeah. Did I tell you what I got on the Kinsey scale test?
0.
Yeah, I got a big fat 0.
I believe it. 0 bitches.
0 bitches.
Oh shit.
I have no bitches on the Kinsey test.
Even
not
if
one.
even Kinsey told you that, that's kind of fucked up. Okay.
Oh, I would also send you like a prompt and be like, all right, what would you do in this situation? I would do that.
What prompt?
I would one that I got and then I just copied for myself was aliens come to Earth and say that the Earth has 2 weeks left to live before these aliens blow up the Earth. All of the world's resources have given everything, all their money, everything to you, and you have to choose what to do.
The aliens choose to give all the resources.
No. The aliens are about to destroy Earth, but give us a 2-week wait time before explosion happens. Then the world decides that you are the one person they want to give all of their resources to, ideally to thwart the aliens. What do you do?
Why would they do that?
I don't know, because I said so.
I'd go on a cruise. I'd eat omakase every day. I would pull a Last Holiday, the Queen Latifah movie. I don't know, guys. The world elected me. They must have known this was coming.
No, that's no.
Why not?
Because you gotta save the earth. You gotta come up with something.
Howdy, Meerkat Mommy, Daddy, and any other family members present. I wrote in a while ago about being in my first year of college, having my first boyfriend that didn't go well.
Oh, yeah.
And asking about how to tell if you truly had feelings for a person or if you just like that they like you. Well, now I've been dating the man I was unsure of for 3 months, and I'm incredibly happy in this relationship.
Yay.
Now I just want to know, what are the best things you can do for a man to make him feel loved?
Anal.
If you had 2 weeks left to live,
No, okay, wait. Say the
would
final.
you do anal
Yeah.
in your 2 weeks left to live?
Yeah.
Is it that good?
I've attempted it once, never like a full, not a full volley.
So you're a liar.
Wait, how so?
You said that you would do it if you had 2 weeks left to live.
Yeah, I would. I'm not saying that I have done it.
Okay, so you're a truth teller.
Yeah.
You're a philosopher.
I would try. I would try it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you not save the human race?
I do one first.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're doing anal, you're like, all right, we're gonna need a lot of ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So wait, what is this? So wait, what is this person asking?
They're
exactly?
asking like they're in a relationship now.
Yeah.
They've been a relationship like for a long time.
Okay.
Not for a long time, but couple months.
Yeah.
A long time for college.
Okay.
And now this person's asking, how do you make someone feel loved?
Ooh, well, ask what their favorite things are and what they like to do, and then create opportunities for those things to happen. Create
Ooh.
opportunities for them to enjoy the things they love.
Give an example.
Okay, maybe they love baseball. You take them to a game. You take
I don't know
them...
anyone like that.
No, I'm so glad. But like, yeah, like, maybe they love barbecue. Take them for like an anniversary or their birthday. Take them to get barbecue. Just like, take note of the things they love and create opportunities for them for that to be expressed.
That's a good one. That is what I do for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I have like a running like notes app list of like things she says she likes. Or
I also have have a
Oh.
note of things that I've recorded, like her favorite potato chip, favorite snacks, favorite
Yes.
things like that. Yeah.
That's what us ADHD folks have to do to
Yeah.
keep our brains like, because I can't always remember this stuff. So
Do you know what's honestly like? I realize now a little bit. I don't know if the word is like sociopathic, but like, I have dated women in the past that did that for me. They kept like real records of like what I was into. I was like, these fucking nerds.
What am I, your special interests?
And now I realize that was me not feeling as strong a connection.
Your notes app list was just how to get rid of this bitch. Distract her, tell her Snoop Dogg's over there.
Yeah. Yeah, oh god.
Oh my god. I think another way you can make people feel loved, I don't know about a man specifically, but I do feel like this is nice for anyone, is like something that he has trouble doing, like I don't know, like keeping his appointments for
Oh yeah.
like
So acts of service is what you're saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
a little
it's
bit.
like helping them and like helping your loved one. That's horrible. No, not loved one. Your lover, your partner,
your lover, who could also be your loved one.
your baby boo.
Yeah.
Helping them in the things they want to get done and the things they need. That makes me feel very loved.
Me
Acts of service
too.
are huge.
Yeah, like if I lived with someone, it'd be like when I lived with Sylvie, she would fold the laundry. I
That's
thought that
really
was very
nice.
lovely. Yeah,
That's really nice. I also love when my girlfriend just occasionally just puts a glass of water in front of me. That's huge.
the smallest things. Oh my god, like
Dude,
remembering to drink
get a
water.
bitch a glass of water. We will love you forever.
Seriously, all a man needs is water.
Yes. And I forget to drink water a lot. I'm like, you're just so smart.
I know. Just
Yeah.
thinking of like anticipating like what someone needs in that moment is, you don't have to do it all the time because you don't want to be like obsessive over that person.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to think, if somebody seems stressed, think of something to get them that would help.
Or just like if they seem stressed, just giving them a little bit of a squeeze.
Yes.
That's huge.
I think another way to make people feel loved also is, if they are stressed, like ask how you can be of the most comfort. Like, do you need space when you're stressed? Do you want to be hugged? Because I do think a lot of the time, if I've had someone like be really stressed out, my first instinct would be to give space, because I like space when I'm stressed.
Yes, exactly.
But some people don't like that.
Yeah.
And so if you just ask that question up front, I now know it's like, okay, I give my partner a hug if she's feeling nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
But I'm happy you guys are in a relationship.
I'm happy to hear as well. That's wonderful.
Look at us. We're such matchmakers.
Give me something to read.
Okay.
Okay.
We got one more.
Okay. I know neither host can strongly relate to this, but how the fuck do people give blowjobs? That's gross as fuck. Ew, ew, ew. Anyway, I'm a woman and I can't figure out how to orgasm. Help me.
Are you sure you're not gay?
Yeah,
this
is...
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is not a lot of love for the penis.
Nothing is working for me sexually, and I hate penises. Yeah, that's... I don't know how people give blowjobs. I usually just kind of give up in the middle and ask if we can have sex. As for how to orgasm, I do think I struggled with this for a very long time. A big part of orgasming as a woman is being by yourself for a long enough time uninterrupted that you can actually take as much time as you need to explore.
That is perfect. That is a perfect thing to focus on.
Yeah.
That is a perfect step one on the route to a healthy sex life.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the time when we're growing up and like we're exploring our bodies for the first time, the fear is like mom or dad's gonna walk into the room, right?
Yeah.
That was always my fear. But then you go to college, you get your own dorm or something. Like,
I just remember the horniest thing I've ever done.
oh, I can't wait to hear it. You get to your apartment and suddenly you have time and space for yourself. I would say, don't operate in a scarcity mindset. Set aside a couple of hours for yourself and do goddess things that make you feel good. Like, take a bath, right? Use lotion that you like really listen to music you love. Like, it's not all sexual. It has to be about making yourself feel good in other ways as well, so that you can access the part of yourself that is horny.
Yep.
So tell me the horniest thing you've ever done.
I used to set my alarm an hour early just so I could look at porn on like the computer. I'm talking like 5 a.m.
What I don't understand is, like, I'm imagining like baby Lukas, like the same person I saw in the Hope Change shirt.
Yes.
Just out of bed, like, you know how SpongeBob gets out of bed and he's like, what a beautiful day. I'm imagining that's you.
No, it was more with the behavior of a villain.
Oh God.
No, just silent and stealthy. Just like emotionless on my face, just like I have a mission. It was a personal.
Did you jerk off or just look at the porn?
Often just look, which is worse.
Oh, you know what? I just unlocked a similar memory to that.
No, but can I tell? But
Yeah.
I think I've told you this. That like the first time I ever orgasmed ever, I was not masturbating. I was just looking at porn, standing,
Yeah,
and then
told
it
me
just,
that you just came in your
yeah.
pants. You were probably like, "What is that?"
Yeah, I was so backed up.
You poor thing. It's gotta happen.
Yeah. Oh God, I almost fell over.
I've come in my sleep before.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
But it's rare it happens for women, I think.
Yeah.
So I must have been really backed up.
Yeah. You got so much cum.
I got so much semen inside.
Oh God, yeah.
When I see men, you know I got semen.
It does suck. It's like it's obviously nice when you're in the dream and you like come, but then like it does feel a little bit like your body is betraying you.
How so?
Or it's just like, God damn it, now I gotta do extra laundry or something. And it was also at a time when like I wasn't doing my own laundry, so I had to be like stealthy with how I placed it in my, so it wasn't the first thing you see was just like a stain.
As if it wasn't noticed, though. Like, as
I'm
if...
sure it was. I'm sure it was. Yeah. And you know what? I don't give my mom enough appreciation for this, but thank you for not bringing it up.
That'd be crazy to bring up.
Yeah.
Hey, so nice cum sheets.
Hey, so stop.
Stop it, kid.
Stop doing that in your sleep. Yeah.
I remember when I was like 13, one day before I was going to go to temple, I Google image searched penis on the computer.
Oh, yeah. I did the same thing with...
Yeah.
I was 10 years old, and I literally Googled naked women on Google Images, and then I saw it for like 2 seconds, and then I immediately closed the window out of like internalized shame.
Yeah.
And then I like confessed that I did that to my mom in the car, and I was like crying hysterically because I was so afraid of her response. And she did not add on to what I was feeling. She was just like, okay.
She probably didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure she was like, yeah. But for some reason, I thought that I was like horrible. I really thought that I was like a horrible child for doing that.
I think sex just creates shame. That's another thing for the masturbating girl, which is not the right word to call our person who wrote in. The girl,
which is not at all what she wrote about either. It was about how to give blowjobs.
It was then she said, "How do I orgasm as a woman?"
Yeah, it was multifaceted.
It was so layered.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I
was
think
kind
I
of
say
an onion.
masturbating too because like I just don't think like for a woman like the first time you orgasm is necessarily, or the way you learn to orgasm is gonna be with other people.
No, that sounds right to me.
Yeah, it's just not.
Often never happens with other people.
That's very true. If you see the movie Baby Girl, it's a lot about that.
And I won't see that.
Well, ignorance is bliss for some.
Yeah. No, but yeah, okay, but talking about like blowjobs though, I recommend you look up the grapefruit method.
Do you think Gen Z knows about the grapefruit method?
That's such a good question.
Gen Z, write in. Do you know about the grapefruit method? Because this was the shit we would like watch in high school.
I don't know if this is like, it was better in my day, but like early YouTube,
Oh,
there was like
so good.
There was a funk to it.
No, it was delicious.
It had some. Ooh, it hit. It really did. When it was like, it was dry humor because I think it was at a time when people were being extra serious.
Yes, I think so too.
Like there weren't levels of irony built up.
No.
And so there was a purity. There was a real purity.
There was something so gorgeous about watching Glozell do the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah. Oh
She was
God,
amazing.
yeah.
Is you okay?
Is you good? Because I wanted to know.
know.
Oh my God, I love Glozell so much.
Yeah, but you're right about the irony thing. There was like people were purely creating content. And they were like, hey, if you want to watch this content, it is available to you.
Whereas like now the internet, I think, exists in relation to what the internet was in the past. Whereas this was still at a time when the internet was just reacting to the world.
Well, it's memes that comment on memes that comment on memes that comment
Yeah,
on
yeah,
memes
yeah, yeah.
until it becomes unintelligible.
Yeah. It was first generation content.
Right.
And the grapefruit.
It's great.
It's also so much time before she gets to the.
Oh my God. Well, also, I've read an article since about.
I need to tell you something. After we record though.
Is it kind of related to what the article I read, which was about a woman who actually did it on her boyfriend?
Yeah. It's kind of related.
I can't wait to hear about this. Yeah, I mean, a woman just like who was a sex writer told her boyfriend like, I have to put a grapefruit on your dick. It's for work. And he was like, okay. And it turned out it was awesome.
I believe it.
I'm sure you do.
I believe it. Can I just say, never had it done.
Okay.
I want to make
that was my big thing that I thought was happening.
No, I have never had a grapefruit anywhere in the bedroom.
This is why I always predicted that your relationships would end. Not enough grapefruiting. Not this one though. I really like your girlfriend now.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't care because no, because I truly love her so much.
I know,
really,
which is why I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm simping so hard for her.
It's
I
the best.
really, really do.
I understand. I'm literally simping for her. She's an icon.
She's the best.
Yeah.
I cannot. She's my favorite thing to think about or talk about. Yeah.
You guys should try grapefruit.
Without naming names, what have you thought about my exes?
No, I don't know about anything in particular. I was just like, this is nice for him. I think this is the first relationship you've been in where I'm like, oh, this is like perfect for him.
Yeah.
The other ones I was like, how nice, he's exploring.
Oh my god. That's really funny.
You gotta support people. I will say about my couples breaking up thesis, there is another way I can tell if a couple's gonna break up, which is like if the two of them complain about each other separately to me all the time, then they're probably gonna break up, right? Like, I've had friends like that where each person's like just clearly has issues with the other one. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I'll start the clock.
Oh my god. I'm trying to think, like, I really do think I have liked most everyone you have ever dated.
Yeah.
And I really like Liz.
Oh,
I
she's
really,
best.
really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. I mean, I've also liked most everyone I've ever dated. I mean, you never met my first girlfriend out of college. That was a stranger one because she like wouldn't meet people in my life.
Oh, okay.
She was kind of like a recluse and she would like stay at home and like I couldn't get her to go anywhere with me.
That's interesting.
Which was so bizarre. Yeah. But she was a similar type to most of the other girlfriends, like a very dry humor kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she was funny and like, but that might be like the one relationship where like I literally don't even know where she is now. Wow. Like most of my exes I keep some kind of tabs on, but her like she could be anywhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really keep tabs on my exes.
Well, I'm kind of sneaky curious. I keep tabs on like everyone. Like if I remember a random girl I went to elementary school with, I will look her up.
I mean, like, I have every now and again like looked one up and be like, oh, where are they? One is I think is engaged, if not married, and I'm like, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Who was the kindest of my girlfriends who like, peace and blessings to you. You are a beautiful soul.
Very nice girl. Yeah.
Yes, she was.
I was like, was it a match? No, but she was very nice.
But she was. She's a lovely person who deserves everything that she wants in life.
Yes, very sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love our. We still haven't done like a double date.
No, we haven't. We still need to.
Which I feel like that'll happen. Then we'll bring it to the pod.
That'll
be a fun
it
time.
will be fun.
Yeah.
It will be fun.
Yeah. Should we go to Patreon?
We should. Friends, we are two Nosy Meerkats. We are about to go on Patreon.
Please join us there.
I have tour dates now.
Lucas, what are your tour dates?
Oh my god. Okay. It's like May through July, a bunch of dates. They are now on my website. I'm going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Tacoma, Washington, Sacramento, a few other Wisconsin, Appleton, Wisconsin. I think I'm going to a bunch of places, and I'm so excited to go there with my buddy John. I'm so excited.
Yay! That's amazing. If you're in New York City, or even if you're not, February 21st, come to Grove 34 at 8:30 p.m. Come see my half-hour taping. It's called Drama Kid. It's about my life as a child actor and a very dramatic adult, and it is hosted by Lukas Arnold. And features some of our amazing, funny friends and former guests. But thank you so much for listening. We'll be back.